All right, y'all. So I was listening to music. So it's Friday. It's a good Friday. I'm happy because I'm happy to be working at a regular job. I'm also happy to be back on W2. Like it don't even make no sense. And like I gave God my plan and what I was gonna do, and then a song, "Where Have You Been" came on by Rihanna. So I was listening to it, and something just said, look at your phone." Um, and I caught the video like the last minute or so, and I was like, "Ooh!" And how many of y'all are really missing people because of what they look like, because of what you're going through? How many of y'all are rejecting what God is sending your way because of what it's missing? They can mark off 90 or 75% of what you're looking for, but because it's not how you want it, or it's not how your family want it, or it's not, you're scared of like what everybody gotta say. You care more about other people's opinion than what's in your heart and what God is sending your way. So you reject it, but you're not rejecting the person, you're rejecting God, because some of y'all are still holding on to worldly ways and you're not ready to let go, when y'all know that y'all have callings on your life and y'all know that y'all should be doing what God is asking y'all to do, but He's not a force for God. So it's just like in this season right here, it's crazy because it's a lot going on. So many people will reject you because of what you look like and what you don't have. And you could be everything. You could be good for the position. You could be good for that person. You could be good for the environment, the group of people that God is trying to surround you. But because of what you look like and what you don't have is why you're being rejected. But in this season, it was so funny because people like, "Oh, where have you been?" "Oh, I've been right here. You just, God had me hidden, Yeah, because if you would have seen my value, you probably would have used it the wrong way. You probably would have still took me for granted, and it probably would have caused more hurt. So, yeah, God had me hidden. But I always been here, like, I've been being us. And see, people think that when you're once you find yourself in God and you see yourself, you know your worth, like, people that are broken don't understand that and don't know that, so they're used to the comfort and dysfunction, and they're like Joash. You're used to the voice of others. Some of y'all have the voice of others in your head, to where if your mother said or your father said, "Well, that person is not good for you," or you got to go by your culture tradition, that you're not following your heart. You're not, God give you the heart of the desires, but you were rejected because of what man. This is why you have to have, like, God, you have to have God's voice louder than anything. You have to have your own voice. You have to walk in your authority. You can't, some of y'all gonna have to be like Jesheba and like come out of your family tradition, especially if it's not of God and you want something that's of God. No, I'm not doing what you want. No, because you don't see the value in them. Baby, some of us are like orphans, like Ruth and like Cinderella's and Esther's. And one thing about it, baby, there is value in those that get overlooked. There is value because, see, while you being rejected, we're being pruned. We're being who God is calling us to be. And God have us hidden. God will have us hidden for so long. But how many people miss out on a blessing and settle for something less than what God has because some of y'all are in a rush? Do not be in a rush where you miss out on what God has. I would listen. Y'all better wait on God in this season. Don't rush. And if people reject you, let them reject you, because God could turn things around. And if God don't turn it around, God would replace. Have y'all seen One Night with the King, where to me it's really like Esther, where she was with somebody, they about to go on, you thinking this is about to be your person and y'all about to go on, but yet things changed in an instant, where because Queen Vashti got the throne, whether you know who your husband is or not, he dethroned that person. Now you talking about something, you want to talk to somebody else, or whether you a man or a woman, like, God's like, just be still. Just be still. People may reject you now, but God's gonna turn things around. That position, that job, your spouse, whatever it may be, they may reject you now, but you still good for them. You may not have, and see, people focus on the physical. Stop worrying about where people at. If you know that you are stronger in an area, God ain't gonna give you a person who's weak in it. God's not going to give you someone. I said that wrong. I said that so wrong. No, I said that right. If you're strong in an area, then you should be able to help that person out if you see that they're weak. Because if that person is stronger than you in an area, oh, best believe God ain't finna give you no mess. God's finna, listen, whatever areas you weak at, that person gonna be strong in. So if you're not strong spiritually, God's finna give you a woman that can cover you, make sure that she can make things happen. Baby, a Proverbs 31 woman is up, and that's just not even bump everything else. It's not the materialistic that make her a Proverbs 31 woman, baby. It's the value. It's the fact that she goes to God about everything and anything, and God will supply and put things in her hands. That baby, listen, when she go to God, God's gonna give her a plan of vision. Whatever is on that man's life, baby, she's going to be able to help him accelerate, sacrifice herself, submit herself unto that man. Just like with that man, God's going to give you a man that can be submitted unto you as well. Help you grow, help push you in areas where you weak and where you lacking. That's gonna be able to provide and be that covering that you need. So be cool with being rejected. Be cool with whatever goes on, because baby, whether God got to replace it or not, because listen, even in that instant with that movie, When I with the King, she thought she was going to be with somebody, but yet turned out to be with the king. Not who she thought, not who you want. This is why you should stay single. Then in that movie was so beautiful. She had one night with the king. Some of y'all already met your spouses. Some of y'all have not met your spouses. Some of y'all have got the jobs that y'all wanted and things don't seem like it's going well. Y'all done got the position and everything just started falling apart. Okay, well, maybe it wasn't off of the foundation of God. Maybe things weren't off the foundation of God. So allow God to do his thing and allow God to work. Because she had one night with the king, and things did not pan out. Things didn't look like that she was going to be picked. Regardless, like, it came to the point where, listen, he didn't even see her. You're right where you need to be. Stay in alignment. They might not be seeing you now, but when it came down time to where that need was met, that need to be met, oh baby, he's seen her. When Haman, baby, he didn't even realize how valuable she was. Like, she saved his life. She was willing to sacrifice her life to make sure that her people did not get killed. And she helped him reveal plans by Mordecai. Mordecai was her uncle, so hey, go tell the king this and this, and saved his life by him not being poisoned. Did I say that right? Yeah, because the two little brothers was going to kill him because of Haman. Jealousy. Like, you open up people's eyes to see things they couldn't see because of the value that you are, the wisdom that God has given you. So be okay with being rejected. Be okay with being an Esther. Being okay with being a Ruth and an orphan. A Boaz a Boaz just waiting to get his wife. Just be okay with being rejected, but do your part. Do what you got to do. Do what God is asking you to do in this moment. Where have you been? And we're going to go back to the song. Where have you been? So many people are struggling with things that's inside of them to where they can't see you. And God's not going to allow them to bring their trauma, their pain, whatever they're dealing with onto you when he knows what it took for you to even come out of this. So if I send them back, if you mistreat that one, oh, God's going to handle you. God's going to handle you cautiously. So let God keep you hidden for a time. I hope this video makes sense. But where have you been? Don't worry about what we look like. Don't worry about how things are looking in the physical. Because what you don't see value in, God see value in. God will replace it, because God's not going to have his children wait on something or someone or people to put in position. God's going to start changing the hearts of men real quick. Like, this is what I got for you. Oh, you don't want this? All right, come on, let me make some arrangements for my children, my sons and my daughters that's being faithful, because now it's time for you to accelerate. Now it's time for you to go in position to where you need to be. So get ready for your one night. That one night, people going to see your vow, but then probably reject you and get mad because they jealousy. They try to do everything they can to, like, dim you down. But baby, at the right time and at God's timing, oh, God's going to display you like never before. Your enemies going to wish they treated you, but they going to wish, because now there is no access. There is nothing. If you want to stay in the world, stay in the world. If you still think you got points to prove to people, if you still want to hold on to family traditions, all right, cool, you do that. You're going to miss out, but my children will not. God's going to make sure they got a woman of God, a man of God. They got that right job. They got that right position. Their voices will be heard because they're walking bold in their authority, and they're not scared of anything that the devil throws their way. Baby, y'all better get ready, because God's about to display you in a way. So be okay with what's going on right now. Where have you been? And that's for some of them. People going to be like, where have you been? Been right here. God just had to open up your eyes to see it at the right time.